Sick. Hold on. Got to load up. Is this tight? Feels loose.
I feel good.
How good?
I feel pretty good. Feel pretty good.
Yeah. Feel good?
Yeah.
All right. I guess we'll do it then. We'll do it live. Woohoo! Let's rock!
And roll.
What's up, guys?
Welcome back.
Been a few weeks.
Yes.
Missed you guys. Don't know if you missed us. Don't care. We missed you. It is Sunday, May 16th, 2021. This will come out tomorrow, the 17th. Brand's here. Ben's here. CTS is in the back. Boys are here. Boys are back. Happy to be back. Sorry for the little hiatus. Ran into a little injury stint with Ben last week.
Yeah. We were going to actually take it off anyways. What were we thinking about?
We were thinking about it,
We were thinking about it with
Little bye
with
week.
Mother's Day. Shout out to the mothers out there.
That's right.
But I am old and I hurt my back.
Had that triggered, ready to go.
Yeah, it was sad, honestly. It was a sad sight, and my back was not going to be feasible to work with while doing a podcast here. It was mostly me.
I couldn't imagine driving a car. I couldn't imagine doing
Honestly, driving a car probably wouldn't be awful.
Okay.
If I, unless I had to like turn my neck really far.
Okay.
But I think sitting here like in this wooden chair, like with the car seat, it's a little, it's more support,
lumbar,
and soft.
Yeah,
But this is a little bit more uncomfortable, and it just like I don't know,
Do we need to get you a different chair?
Today
to do the podcast.
He needs a lazy boy. He needs to.
I'll be fine.
Sharper
but
image.
last week it wasn't going to work out well, so we decided to call it off.
We're happy you're safe and healthy now.
Yeah.
Or
and
safe.
And we're
happy you're healthy now.
We had good Mother Day weekends anyways.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Great day with the moms.
Exactly. So, yeah, and there was other things to do, and so we decided to take the week off and let you guys take a week off from us as
we needed to catch our breath, all right?
Exactly.
It was 10 straight weeks, and we were like, you know what? we need a bye week.
We're back.
Yeah.
So we feel good. I mean, one thing that's back, or that's actually not back and is new, Gilbert and KELENIC.
Couple of debuts this last
Called
week.
up.
Yep.
That
Future's
was pretty big.
here. Yeah.
Those were fun.
Been a while since I've
Almost
been
kind
that.
of felt like a national holiday. Well, I mean, the Seattle holiday.
Yeah.
But it felt like a holiday on Thursday.
That day.
That was Thursday, right?
Yeah. And I was working, but just listening to 710 all day and how psyched everybody was. Every show was just, I was like, when's
there's something
game time?
in the air in Seattle.
Yeah. And it just felt different. And these are obviously the best prospects we've had in quite some time. I'm not going back to Dustin Ackley or Jesus Montero or Justin Smoke. None of those guys.
And you knew that KELENIC was going to come up.
Yeah. Gilbert was more of like...
And then you got the surprise that Gilbert was going to come, and I think that was just the cherry on top.
Exactly.
KELENIC was going to be the show no matter what.
No question.
But Gilbert was just kind of the cherry on top.
Exactly.
Even though it didn't work out like that, per se.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't awful.
No.
But, it just...
Got punished.
Yeah, exactly.
Got punished for floating a couple balls.
In MLB.
Dude.
It's going to happen.
God. And I wish there was 45 large for them to, walk into a full stadium, but
yeah, that would be awesome.
Hopefully in the coming months they'll get
I feel like KELENIC would shine.
Oh my God.
KELENIC.
The guy
KELENIC.
Right.
KELENIC,
yeah.
Would shine in front of
the guy's ready for
house.
The guy's ready for the show.
Yeah,
dude,
sure.
I watched the entire pregame show. I rarely do that. Like I don't really care for Angie Mentink and Bill Kruger and Brad Adams and stuff, but I was locked in. I was like, dude,
Bill Kruger sucks.
You don't like Bill Kruger? I actually kind of like Bill Kruger more than anyone else.
I wish the hyphen would be in there more.
Oh, the hyphen?
Yeah.
Ryan Roland Smith, the Aussie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do like him. He's great.
I wish him and Angie would at least do some stuff. I don't know. Bill just seems too old school.
Too old school, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I like people who tell it how it is, like Blowers and like Kruger, and he kind of goes.
Get Blowers. Blowers, I love all.
God, he's so great.
Blowers
he's so great. But yeah, didn't get the fairy tale. Didn't get the 3 for 4 night we saw the next night, the first night. So I was half empty. Glad I'm like, well, they're not ready.
Yeah,
but
I think with Gilbert, you just saw a lot of fastballs.
God, it was a lot
of fastballs.
It was a lot. I think it was like 85%.
Not knocking his fastball.
No.
I think it's a good fastball. It's got some velocity. It's got some little movement.
I like his delivery,
if he can
bro.
locate that thing, it's going to be just fine.
It's going to be tough.
He just left a couple meatballish pitches out there.
Just got punished for him. This is the majors.
He paid the price.
Yeah.
He'll learn from that.
No question.
But KELENIC, the first night wasn't exactly like great.
Did you think that ball was gone off the bat? Because
I think the first one I did, by the way, it was a great catch.
Yeah, it was a great.
That guy in right for the Indians, Nader.
Yeah,
is that his name?
Unbelievable weekend.
He's a really good right fielder.
Yeah,
he's a good outfielder. I don't know if he's really good at batting, but
I don't know who that fan was. Catch that ball.
Yeah, I know.
Catch that ball.
Tried.
Knock it. Knock it down.
honestly, it was a really good catch.
I know it was a great catch.
He, like with all the fans there reaching for
ACL
it,
be damned, I'm catching this ball. I'm catching it. Was that type of effort thing?
Yeah, and you know what's funny is I don't usually like go all out on pop flies like that.
Sure,
I'm pretty good on that kind of thing.
Oh yeah,
like when I'm at the stadium,
I stood up.
And I did.
Yeah,
but when I'm at the stadium and like people were like celebrating like a pop fly, I'm like, okay, sit the fuck down.
Yeah,
like, come on now.
That's so true. Though every pop up, they're just like.
But the KELENIC one, when I saw it, I did think
just because it was right down the middle.
Yelled, I did. He just didn't get all of it.
Yeah, off the end of the bat a little bit, a little early.
Exactly. But then you saw the next day. There he is.
I'm sorry, when you
he showed superstar potential.
No question.
Everywhere on the field.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah. If you take a 91 mile an hour sinking fastball and you crank it into right center, this isn't down the right field line.
405 feet.
Yeah. 109 off the bat.
Yeah.
This man's strong.
And to be honest,
That's grown man
strength. He barely even got it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he could have really.
Yeah. And that was just that was a frozen rope.
Yeah.
Looked like fucking
Exactly.
Albert Pujols. Just fucking see ya.
And then that was the highlight of the night for sure.
And it's your first major league hit. Like what? There's my storybook. Exactly. There's what I was wanting on Thursday night. Sure.
But just the little things like him getting on base and not ending, getting that one bat out.
Sure.
In the middle of the lineup.
Right.
And then he's at the top of the lineup, which is already huge.
Wow.
Speaking of that.
Yeah.
But for him to not be an automatic out, even though last night was an automatic out situation. But
right.
He's not going to be an automatic out every time. You can see
I love the way he works, counts. He's a patient hitter.
And then I was going to talk about when he gets on base. It's scary. He's an athlete.
This guy's speed.
He's a super athlete.
But it wasn't a check swing, but that doubled his last hit on Friday night. Just legged it out into a double. That fielder took too long to come get the ball.
Explosiveness like in that baseball player body like that. KELENIC has that.
We traded Robinson Cano for this guy. That guy didn't do that five times in his career, and KELENIC's done it every time out of the box. Yeah. He's like, I want to double on singles. I want to. You saw the comments. I want to bury my opponents, and I'm like, fucking let me my arm inject that.
Yeah, his attitude. After his, the opening night when he went over 4, I think.
Yeah.
He said, "Hey, I learned something from every at bat."
Yep.
Next night he came out. What did he do? He went 3 for 5.
The man's a learner.
2 doubles,
He's a learner. Quick
looked
learner.
great in the base pass. Looked great in the field. Had a rough night last night, but I'm sure I don't know what he's doing today. But I'm sure that he's got a hit today.
I hope so.
I just assume he's got a hit today.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be a little inconsistent. It's going to be a little inconsistent within the first 2 or 3 months.
No question.
He's 20. He's 21 years old.
Yeah.
Okay, this is his first MLB experience.
Yeah.
But
I already hate him.
You already hate him?
No, just
okay, I get you. Okay,
Cameron's coming in.
No, I get what you're saying. You're just being you're being the Mariners. Yeah, I get you.
Just jealous. What
was I doing? You're more like a Yankees fan, to be honest with you.
What?
Just one bad game, Yankees fans.
You're out.
You're terrible.
It was so cool to see all the Mets fans just like crying tears. Just
that
that's cool.
And
on Friday at least.
That was another thing why this KELENIC news kind of went nationals because unfortunately it was tied to a
How do you like
team.
those blown saves from Edwin Diaz? Do you like them? And Cano's on his second suspension for PEDs. I'm pretty sure. Wow. Bummer. Sorry.
Yep. But yeah, so I think it's just gonna be a little bit inconsistent the first couple of months. But I think he shows that superstar.
He has star potential.
You see it.
The way he carries himself, the way he's at bats, the freaking batting stance. This guy belongs here. He's ready. He's been ready. The confidence is there.
And I think the thing with Gilbert is you can't see it every day with him.
Yeah, every 5 days.
Every 5 days.
Now 5 to 6.
I assume that he's going to improve his next start.
Yeah,
That's just how it is.
If KELENIC followed up his.
Yeah, I feel like if you're a young rookie player,
mm-hmm.
and you had like a pretty bad first start, it wasn't good.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to come out and at least do better.
Yeah,
pitch better. Learn. Be better.
Absolutely. He had a lot of swings and misses and a lot of stuff that you really liked when he started going to his
good stuff.
Yeah, when he started going to his
a little bit more.
Yeah, when he started going to his secondary stuff with first pitches, when he was throwing his curveball on an 0-0 count or whatever, you're like, that's what you need to do when you were 90% fastballs in that first inning.
Yep.
You come out and then what happened? You get a lot of swing and misses. You keep these guys on their toes and keep them unbalanced and all that. That's what you want to see. So I hope that his second act is like KELENIC's, and he's going to play the Tigers this week. They're trash. Go strike out 9, and then I'm all in on Gilbert.
I get you. I think these two are going to help this team win some ball games this year. I don't know if it's going to be enough to be in the playoff chase, but
sure.
I think that these two are going to be immediate help.
Yeah.
Especially Kelenic.
That's what I wrote.
Especially Kelenic.
Yeah. If we're riding because he's an everyday.
He's just
type
not an
of player.
automatic out. With
Right.
the bottom half of the lineup doing so poorly,
Right.
to add someone like that to your lineup is a huge bump in any sort of fashion.
Period.
Yeah.
Period. This guy walked in here. He's arguably one of our most talented players already.
And when your bottom half of the lineup's sitting under 200,
bad
almost
news.
anyone.
Bad news
And
bears.
almost anyone can
And
walk
God,
in there
I thought Evan might have been. I know Trammell was going to be option. That was pretty obvious. And we just had some injuries.
By the way, in AAA.
Yeah, I hope he's not a 4A player.
I
You've heard of
know,
that term. I don't need another Mike Carp or a Vogelback. Don't need it.
I know.
Don't need that. But
Mike
I just
Carp.
like him.
Mike Carp.
Remember Mike Carp?
Yeah.
Dude, I swear to God, he hit like 40 AAA homers.
I remember Mike Carp.
Yeah. But I don't want that for Trammell. I think he's a guy who can help us be a utility guy, play all three positions in the outfield, and just be an extra guy. And he's got speed too.
So say, be a pinch runner at
Exactly.
times. Yeah.
That as well. So yeah, I'm hoping Gilbert. I don't know if he play or if he's Tuesday or Wednesday of this week, but man, I'm expecting
that he improves. You just hope that he improves, and I think that he will.
Yeah, and what I wrote down was with Kelenic and stuff. If we're hovering around 500 at the All-Star break, wow. If we keep this trend, what are we, 20 and 20?
And I think it's a possibility they could be hovering around 500.
And that's
with adding Kelenic, and honestly,
we got Marco
I think
back
we're knocking
and
Gilbert a little. Yeah, also injuries has been. We've
Christmas.
been racked by injuries.
Yeah.
And so the fact that we are even playing 500 ball with just kind of a patch lineup and rotation and bullpen says a lot about us, to be honest.
No question.
Yeah, man, it's going to be an interesting rest of the season. I'm excited. I think we're all excited.
Yeah.
As it was kind of on Thursday, kind of like a holiday for us.
Dude, I was itching. Like, just listening to the radio all day, I was like, dude, when 7:10? That's fucking 7 hours from now. I know. I want to get off and just wait for this game to happen.
It was exciting
been a while
because
since I felt
we
like
haven't
that.
had that kind of thing with the Mariners. We haven't had that excitement for the Mariners in a long time.
No.
It's almost always with the Seahawks.
Yeah.
And
here we
are with
are.
the Seahawks.
Yeah, you're right.
Rookie mini camp started.
Yep.
The rookies showed up.
Mm-hmm. They are all here. They're all signed.
Did any vets show up, or is it just rookies this week?
Daryl Taylor. He's not a vet, but
yeah, but guys that just didn't. Yeah, totally get you. A couple of just little things I wanted to touch on.
Let's hear
rookie numbers. To be honest with you, I don't even remember what everyone else is wearing, but Eskridge is wearing 1, and that's all I
have
about.
22 for Trey Brown and 78 for Forsyth. And then the undrafteds
I
are
wasn't going to
weird.
look up the tackles number because it's a tackle.
I think Fluker was 78 when he was here.
You know what? Let me just say something for my offensive linemen out there.
Okay.
It's fucked up that they're not allowed to wear the numbers that they want to wear.
Oh,
everyone else is not allowed to wear the number they want to wear in this league, except for offensive linemen.
That's tough.
And it's fucked up. It's just one more thing against offensive linemen.
That's
one
tough.
more thing.
That's tough.
But Dwayne Eskridge is wearing 1
this year. Yep.
The second round pick, the first pick of the Seahawks draft, and I don't know. I just love it.
Yeah.
I just love it. I just love these guys. And it goes with the whole NFL. People, going back. I mean, Deshaun Jackson's going back to 1. Leonard Fournette's wearing 2.
7, right?
7. Yeah, you're right. There's probably some others out there that I'm missing.
I haven't heard a lot other than I heard
Patrick
Deshaun Jackson.
Pearson, I think, is going to 2 or 7.
7. He was 7 at LSU
7.
as well. That's a big deal to
Is
get
Tyrann
to.
Mathieu going to 7?
I don't know. Could be. Don't know. No, yeah, that I'm for it. I thought Jordan Brooks might have swiped it just because he was 1 at Texas Tech, and I'm not saying he's an established player by any means, but he's more of like our big part of our future. And I'm not saying Dwayne's not. I just think that number 1's a very try-hard number, and now I need 7 touchdowns from you and a kickoff return if you're going to wear number 1.
And so what I was going to say is wearing 1. Yeah,
you gotta play like if you're gonna don that jersey,
or you gotta be like Deshaun Jackson, who's had a career
right.
Where
he earned this one.
Like, okay, I can wear 1
because he was 1 at Cal. I remember that.
Yeah, and just what he's done in the NFL.
No question. One of the best returners ever.
1 fits with Deshaun Jackson.
Exactly.
But I love it with Dwayne.
I heard he's got elite speed, man. From Joe Fan, he's like, man, this guy's blitzing past these corners that are here right now.
Yeah, 1. We'll see.
Yeah,
that's just the type of jersey. If he has a good year, jersey stock might be up.
Way up.
SUE says.
What's your guys' ideal number?
24. It's my favorite jersey number of all time.
I like 10, but I never got to wear. Well, I mean, like baseball and basketball, I get to wear 10, but football.
10's a good 10. I heard 10's very popular in soccer. It's like a captain's number.
Yeah,
I think about.
I just always like 10. I think Jake Locker wore 10, right?
Yep.
And
I like 10.
It was always kind of a round number to me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a prime number.
Whenever I was like playing NCAA, Madden, and I had to, like,
and you created a player,
I always chose number 10.
That's true. Yeah.
That was just what I did.
Yeah.
But when I played football, that wasn't gonna be
not gonna get number 10.
I'm talking if you had to choose.
Yeah. What are you picking?
I like 3.
3?
I mean, Allen Iverson.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
a lot of great number 3s.
That's why.
Yeah. I get you. That's a good number.
I wore in my childhood for basketball and baseball. I was 1, I was 3, I was 5, I was 10. I was never 24 because the numbers never really went that high, like ever. But and obviously like for different sports, different numbers mean different things. You can't be number 24 and play QB. No, not happening.
So
I'm not
in football. That's what happened to me. I had to choose between. I mean, my
You were 71, right?
Yeah,
Walter Jones.
I chose 71 my junior year.
Yeah.
Like I finally got to choose, but my sophomore.
Oh, that's
year,
sick.
And I played a little bit freshman year too.
What brand were our football jerseys? Because they got Nike after we graduated, and that's dog shit.
I think we were
Russell
when we were there. Yeah, it was pretty dog shit when we were there.
That's trash.
But when I was there, I got stuck with like 62 or something. Like when I was sophomore. It was bad.
What is this?
I had 80.
That's a nice number for a wide receiver.
Steve
It's
Largent?
not bad at all.
Jerry Rice?
Yeah, I took it.
It was
Some
kind of funny
goats.
seeing you play cornerback with 80 on, but that's just how it was in high school.
Oh, that's right. You were a CB. That's
That's
right.
kind of how it was. So
You had a number 80 beanie, right? It had an 80 stitched on your.
I have that somewhere.
that was
I
actually
remember
super
seeing
neat.
that. I think I don't know if you wore it to school, but I remember seeing. I'm like, that's kind of sick. They put your number on there. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to.
But yeah, I'm just excited for Dwayne Eskridge and one. And
It's
to be
hard
honest
not
with you,
to-
just the jersey numbers in the NFL, I think are pretty cool.
Yeah.
So,
Looking forward to it. Should be a.
yeah. Speaking
number.
of new players in the NFL, the Seahawks have signed some international flavor, some free agents.
Yeah.
National flavor.
You like that?
That is a. I like that.
One guy that's not really considered like the international part of the international player pathway program is what they call it.
Say that 5 times fast,
I know.
Ben. That's tough. That is
But
tough.
it is a cool program to be honest.
No
with you.
question. No question.
But one guy that's not a part of it, but that signed as an undrafted free agent with the Hawks is Pierre Olivier Lestage. Lestage, French Canadian that played in the CFL last season.
Mm-hmm.
He's a guard,
Blew up the Shrine game.
practicing center.
Yep. Give Kyle Fuller some competition there.
Just saying.
Behind Pulisic.
And then there's also German linebacker Aaron Doncourt.
Mm-hmm.
Doncourt?
Hooper, former Hooper, basketball background, got into football 5 years ago, I read.
So he's new. He's just brand new.
And he
to
had,
this.
12 sacks in 4 games? And I don't care if you're playing for,
Yeah.
New Mexico. I don't care where you are. If you have that many sacks,
Mexico, military. Yeah.
something weird. 11 and a half sacks in 4 games.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. That's incredible. That's incredible.
So Aaron Doncourt is part of this international player pathway program. I'll say that one more time. And
You crushed it. I'm surprised. I was going to let you go.
I don't know how
I was going to call it the IPPP.
I don't know how I'm doing so well with it. The NFC West was actually chosen as the division to receive these international players this year with this program, which has been going on.
I think this is changing football. I really do.
And so that's what I was going to kind of get into. Let me just talk about Pierre Olivier Lestage real quickly.
For sure.
I do like him a lot. I think he's going to provide some depth this year at least.
Sure. At least some
He might-
competition.
yeah, exactly. I don't know if he's going to start and like be a real factor this
Or
year.
a practice squad guy, maybe a hover.
Yeah, but I feel like he's going to be at least a good depth piece this year.
No
And
question.
Next year or the year after that, I feel like who knows, that guy could be a potential
Got
starter.
the
for
size
this.
to succeed, man. And in the Shrine game, I read nothing but great things from all the scouts
Yeah.
and stuff. So getting him as an undrafted guy, people are saying that we got a second draft.
Just to kind of go through this pathway program here. I'm not going to say the whole thing.
Yeah.
So like the whole NFC West was there, and just to kind of name some names, I can't remember everyone here, but I know like the Niners signed an offensive lineman from Mexico.
Okay.
I think there was another German player in there, and then I think there was some sort of like Finland, Swedish, Norway,
Up there, Iceland, somewhere,
something
New
like
Zealand.
that went to another team in the NFC West. And so, like you said, I think it is changing the game.
No question.
Because I think you see it. I mean, every other sport in America has international players.
And there's some of them are superstars.
They're the best athletes in the world.
Yeah.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Doncic and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's what I'm saying.
It's
like,
crazy.
These guys, baseball. I mean,
Oh.
they're all from
They're all-
Latin America,
Yeah.
Asia,
The Dominican.
like, and they're
Yeah, Shohei.
some of the best players. Like,
Oh, no question.
And so, like, football's kind of late, to be honest with you. Like, they're missing
We're
out.
American, born and bred, college here, all
and
that.
I get that it's like, I get that the sport's not as popular as
Sure.
as basketball or baseball around the world, or soccer or hockey even. But the fact is, like, I feel like they should have tried to get in this earlier.
No question.
Get athletes from other countries.
Doing the London
to your
games.
sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know that there was NFL Europe way back in the day.
Sure.
But it died pretty quickly because I'm not sure how much effort there was.
I know.
You know?
And thinking about it now, like when we're, the London games and stuff, and just trying to build the brand, more money for Goodell's pockets, all that good stuff. But I don't know. I think this is a promising pathway program.
Yeah,
I think this is cool.
Great athletes from other countries.
Yeah. And growing the game.
Yeah,
growing the game is big time. And you can, not every stud's going to come from Ohio State or LSU.
To be honest with you, I think the NBA probably has the best athletes in all sports.
Period.
And they have a lot of international players.
Yeah.
So just look at and that's a physical sport. I mean, it's not as physical as football.
Sure.
It might not be as technical as football.
Yeah.
Some positions here and there.
Definitely have to be coordinated to play basketball.
But still, man, I mean, that basketball skill can translate real easily to a football field if you're athletic enough.
No question. Look at Donker. He's got a basketball background. He's I'll try to play football. I'm big enough.
So I'm excited to see where this program goes. It's been in the league since 2017.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple guys out there that have developed because of it. There's a offensive lineman for the tackles, Jordan Mailata, I think is his name.
Okay.
He's a pretty good offensive lineman. He starts there.
Or where's he from?
He's from...
Sounds like he's from the islands.
He's an islander. I'm not sure exactly which one. And there's others too. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah, no question.
It's probably going to get... Because, I think people have noticed... that kids aren't signing up for football as much as they used to because parents are more scared.
Yeah, about the concussion protocol or just injuries in general.
So it's probably going to just because I feel like they're going to probably need to just.
No, for sure. I think they got to find as much fans anywhere they can.
Exactly.
And they know how popular football is in America.
Oh, it's number one, man.
And I'm not trying to be the dick here that says that a lot of Asian countries just end up they find things in America popular, so they're going to be let's check out football, and they just need to be exposed to it. And I think they have been actually Wonton Don, the guy that we've from Barstool.
Oh, the travel guy.
Yeah. He actually has a whole video series of him playing in a Chinese football league.
That's sick.
They win the title there and stuff like that. So it's becoming popular.
Oh, that's
in
sick.
Other countries for sure.
See, that's what, man, that's cool I almost want to say it unifies our nation or our world.
The NFL has become so big. Here's a little transition for you. The NFL has become so big that the schedule release has become a national holiday.
I know, dude. It's
which, to be honest with you, kind of pisses me off.
Because there's leaks and shit.
Yeah, it's not really.
You see the tweets and
to be honest with you, even in the forefront, I'm it wasn't that important to me. There's some more days.
We knew who we were playing. We just didn't know the order in this primetime games. I'm interested in the primetime games. I don't know who we're playing, where we're playing.
For sure. No, totally. But it is good to look at it. And it came out. Then if the whole schedule came out on, was that Wednesday?
Yeah.
Wednesday. And like you did say, it leaked all day.
We knew a lot of them by the time that it was
the Saints
fully
schedule
released.
leaked at one point. I think
just a random picture, and you're just how is this
all the
fake?
pages say confidential.
Yeah.
And it's just okay.
Okay, well, no, it's not.
Yeah.
But so
watermark. Immediate thoughts on the schedule. Let's hear what you guys say.
Immediate thoughts. With 17 games now.
17 games.
That's I see 11
weeks, 17 games.
I see 11 to 12 wins just for the Seahawks.
That's what I was saying too.
I just looked at it, I was like, I'm sorry, who are we losing to? Maybe if it depends how the 49ers do. And
the over-under is 9.5 wins in Vegas.
We are slamming the over, guys.
But I will say the odds on that are negative 135.
Okay, so you're not.
Vegas are saying we know that it's most likely going to happen, so we're not going to pay you as much.
Sure.
That's what it is.
Sure.
So
no, yeah, and I would absolutely either not bet just because it's not a big return there because I see us getting 9.5 plus wins. I see 10, 11, possibly 12. Just whenever I would with the 16 game schedules for the past forever.
Yeah.
11 is where I would like to start ever since we won a Super Bowl. It's 11 if we can get to 12. Or 13 if we all stay healthy, if it's just a match made type of a season, which is hard. It's hard to stay healthy the whole year. It's hard to not lose, good players. You have to have a little bit of luck. Sometimes it is luck, in my opinion, of staying healthy.
No, totally.
Sometimes you just run into some bad injuries. So when I look at this, I looked at it, I was like, man, our out of conference games are easy. We don't know what they're doing in Green Bay. We don't know who their quarterback is yet, but
that's a toss up right now.
If they don't have Rodgers, W.
Yeah, totally.
Very cool that we get to play both, if not three of the top rookie QBs with Lawrence and Fields and possibly Trey Lance if he gets the opportunity to actually play over Jimmy G, which those I'm looking forward to those. I want Trevor Lawrence to come in here. I want Justin Fields to come in here. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be, I hope we torch him. Welcome to the NFL type of a moment. Maybe Bobby Wagner hits Trevor right in between the numbers on a sack, or Dunlap comes and just cleans his clock or whatever.
Welcome to the NFL moment.
Exactly.
For sure.
So looking forward to those.
Yeah, no, we opened with the Colts.
Yeah.
Away at Colts.
Carson Wentz, man.
Yeah, and I think it's a winnable game.
10 a.m. start.
But
Only
away,
got 2.
you just never know. But
Yeah.
I think it's winnable in the first week. You just never know, but we'll see. But then you open up NFC West play week 4 against San Francisco at San Francisco.
And we just don't know.
Don't know who's going to be starting quarterback there yet.
If it's Jimmy G, it's a W for the Hawks. If
That's what you
it's
think,
if it's Trey
right?
Lance,
That's what you think.
we'll see what he can do.
Week 9 bye, which I think is really perfect in my opinion.
Thank you. That's another thing. Do I look at the primetime games?
Bye is always perfect.
Yeah, I think we were week 5 last year. I'm like, that is
It's just
so
a little
hard
early.
to
It's just a
stay
little early.
healthy for
Yeah.
11 weeks. It's so hard to do.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then I was also thinking while I was looking at this schedule, week 15 and 18 could decide this division. Week 18, by the way, just saying that is so weird to me to even say.
I know, yeah.
But those 2 games could have a huge factor.
I do like having
week 15 against the Rams, week 18 against the Cardinals.
And then in between there, we have the Lions and the Bears.
And I'm just,
I love having that. It's like
Yeah.
2, I'm not going to call them 2 bye weeks. No offense to Bears or Lions fans, but yikes,
Especially
bro.
the Lions.
Yeah. And with are those at home? Both of those? And then we go to Arizona?
I
can't remember, but
I'll look it up. But
when I look at those, that's also one thing. I'm like, where do we end? I don't care where we start. I look at the end. I look at our December schedule because that's when we need to be playing our best ball. 4-0 football going into January. And we play in January against the Cardinals now.
That's why I just think those 2 games are going to be really vital.
No question. They're gonna. They could be division turning games. No question. And those games could be flexed into prime time.
Okay, so the Rams and the Cardinals game are away.
Okay. And then in
Bears
between
and Lions games are home.
Okay, so 2 out of our last 4 are they're split.
Kind of would have been nice to play the Rams. Well, I mean, we do that we do earlier in the season, but
right.
I don't know. Just
we don't exactly like you said. You don't know where we're gonna be. We don't know if we're gonna have a full defensive line, a full offensive line. And just fucking Carson's hurt.
Just those 2 kind of division games late in the season like that, especially that Rams game in week 15. Like I know that's
when we're already broken.
I know that's
bloodied.
3 weeks before the season ends, but that could have some huge implications.
And
who knows? The Cardinals could be up there too by week 18.
Sure.
And that could be a huge game as well.
No
you
doubt.
Just never know.
They could be division deciders.
Who knows? Maybe the Bears with Justin Fields is going to be competing for a wild card
what
spot.
What if they're 12-1 coming into that game?
You never fucking know, dude. You never fucking know with NFL.
Yeah,
so
no doubt.
But yeah, those were just kind of some of the highlights. What were some of the top 3 games? What were top 3 games that you saw on the schedule to you?
I like going to Pittsburgh, primetime football. We'll see if Big Ben's still standing in week 6, if they can protect him or not. I'm looking forward to play against Najee Harris and obviously all those great wide receivers. Be a nice, tough test for our secondary. And it's Heinz Field, so we'll see. That's another thing. We only have 2 10 a.m. starts. It's a Sunday night. Sunday night game. And then, Green Bay is a big one for me. Just because if it is in fact Rodgers, that's going to be a tough game. Exactly. The guy has our number. But I do like playing those rookie quarterbacks, just like the next generation of quarterbacks are going to come into my stadium with Fields, who I love Fields. I think Fields is going to be rock solid. Love his work ethic, doesn't all that. And then Trevor Lawrence, just the guy could be the face of the NFL in 5 or 6 years.
Side note on Fields, I wasn't exactly high on Fields. I think he's fine. I think he'll be okay. But what's funny is and Matt Nagy gets a lot of I get it. He's not a great head coach.
Sure.
But he's a really good offensive mind.
Yeah.
And you put Justin Fields with him.
And you give him that type of a talent.
I'm just saying, you never know.
He had some really weird, not contradictory remarks of okay, we're trying to win now, but we're also trying to build for the future. How do you say that?
That's the thing with Matt Nagy. He's kind of an idiot.
Yeah, he's kind of a dummy.
When it comes to being a head coach and saying the right things, he's kind of an idiot. But offensively, man, he might do some really
no doubt,
things
absolutely. He's
side note.
Talented enough to get a head coaching job as an offensive mind, where a lot of defensive minds get those opportunities because of how important the defensive side of the ball is. But look where we're going. We're going to spread offenses, 4 wide receivers. It's not so much ground and pound anymore like it used to be.
Totally.
And that's been that way for quite some time now.
Did you have another game?
I did my 3. I kind of did 4.
That's fine. I actually have 3 different games anyways.
Wow. Big time. Let's go.
I have week 7 Monday Night Football against the Saints.
Yeah.
I know that you don't know who's going to be playing quarterback. But
Sure.
I still think the Saints are going to be a 10-win team.
You think so?
I think they're
Okay.
going to be a 10-win
All right.
team. I think they're going to be a good team this year, a solid team. Maybe not like great, but they're going to be a solid
I'd
team.
have them hovering around 500. Oh, no 500 anymore.
And I
So
just-
like,
I get you. Slightly above 500 or
Yeah.
slightly below 500.
sure.
But I just feel like Monday Night Football against the Saints for some reason just at home
Sounds great.
sounds great.
Sounds great. No breeze, tear to our eye a little bit.
Yeah.
End of an era. We'll see if it's Taysom Hill or
Jameis Winston.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll see.
We don't
Or who, didn't they just sign somebody?
I don't know. Maybe Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
I mean,
whatever
who
goes on
knows?
with that situation, we don't know.
Week 5, home against the Ram, Thursday Night Football.
Yeah, gotta love the division
Amazon
games.
Prime.
That's
by
right.
the way.
That's right.
Wow.
If you
Shout out
haven't,
to Amazon, right?
if you're still paying,
Taking over the world one day at a time.
yeah, if you're still paying for shipping with Amazon, you need to wake up here. It's $17 a month.
It's 2020.
Next day shipping. That shit's
2021.
at my door. So
2021.
come on.
But yeah, so that's going to be a great game. Week 5, home, Thursday Night Football. And then week 13, Sunday Night Football against the Niners.
Could be that might be when we see Lance if
And that could
Jimmy
be-
G struggles
So
or
those
whatever.
are 3 games that I'm interested in. We'll see. We did talk a little earlier about the over-under 9.5 games,
Yep.
9.5 wins. You said over. I said over. And it is a negative 135. You know what's funny is like Vegas has been low on the Hawks for a couple of years now, every year.
Yeah.
I don't know why. They always put them at like right around 10 wins or so.
Sure.
And I feel like you're either going to just push or win money. Like there's almost no
losing. Yeah, exactly.
On the Hawks over under.
For sure.
I don't know.
Because, man, I mean, we got Russell Wilson at the helm. Dude, 10 wins, period. The guy's never had 500 football here, even, playing through all the injuries that he's done and staying remarkably healthy his whole career, which is just miraculous.
Totally.
Miraculous in that regards. But the guy's good enough by himself for 4 or 5 wins on any football team. By himself, he could win you 5 games, in my opinion, if not more, if he just balls out,
It's not
which
really
I fully
like a
expect.
war in football, but
Yeah,
this war
if there
would be
was a
high.
war in football, he's up there. So, and I'm looking forward to this. There's so much pressure on this offense to deliver.
Yeah.
I don't put a lot of pressure on the defense because lost some players, got a lot of unknowns on how we're gonna do, how players are gonna gel. We don't know what that Hyder's gonna be. We don't know how good he's gonna be. He could be bad. Like we don't know. We could be.
You just
not
know
fit
that
here.
the offense is better than the defense.
No question.
and
So
we
there's a
hope
lot
that
of
the offense is
yeah.
gonna carry us a
We're
little
gonna
bit.
need to score 30. Okay, so I need that.
Yeah.
So
No, I get you.
better make it happen, Waldron.
No, I get you. Okay, well, let's move on to some like loose ends because we kind of have some things to just talk about that we've wanted to
Sure.
discuss here.
Yeah.
Um,
Who wants to go first?
quick time check. I'm not keeping time here. Sorry. I just want to make sure we're not like
We're at 30 minutes.
perfect.
This is great.
Perfect.
It's absolutely a stupendous.
Perfect. So, just kind of give you guys like a heads up here. We have a group text, of course. We're us 3 in a group text, and we kind of just shoot each other some ideas here and there about some content for the week. And these were just some ideas that kind of came up. This one, Comron, you brought up Tim Tebow. And that's been a big part of the news this week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not too educated on it.
No,
I just
totally.
know
Know that it's huge.
But you just knew it was big news. And we're not going to spend a bunch of time on these, by the way. The thing with Tim Tebow to me is it just turned into this huge deal.
Big deal.
And I get that it kind of sucks for the people who might be a little more deserving of jobs in the NFL.
Okay, yeah.
I kind of get that. But then I was like, it's just so much uproar. It's a little crazy. But then today, Kelvin Benjamin was signed. And I'm
Big Benjamin.
Kelvin Benjamin has been in the league for 3 years. Are we going to give him the same treatment here?
No, that's a good question. That's a good question.
You know what I'm saying?
He's trying out for tight end too because
he made the team.
Oh,
he got signed.
Oh, okay.
That's
so
what I'm
he's in.
saying.
Yeah, he's
That's
6'5".
This is what I'm saying though. Is are we going to give Kelvin Benjamin the same treatment?
Like
as we did
hate?
Tim Tebow?
Yeah,
I get that Tim Tebow's a pariah and he's just the most famous player of all time or whatever.
Sure.
But it just seems ridiculous to me.
Yeah. No, yeah. With Tebow, I bet if he had a time machine, he would go, just seeing the state of the NFL with your Taysom Hills
He
and
would
your
just play
gadget.
tight end.
He should have started with that because he was never going to be a quarterback. The release was weird. The way he threw the ball was weird. I understand that he was a winner. I understand that he's one of the more passionate players to ever play this game or play, college football.
One of the best college players of all time.
Period.
You can't argue against it. Yeah.
Period. Yeah. And and those types of players usually find success. When you're just a fucking winner, winners win.
Yeah.
Winners find a way to win. And I know that he was 25th overall first round, so he wasn't a top pick. He wasn't a. It just it was release point is what with him was his problem. Accuracy issues, but he's a fucking champion.
He's a good athlete.
Yeah,
he's a solid athlete.
So if he committed to catching balls or getting some gadget plays where he can take a sweep and then chuck it like Taysom Hill does for the Saints, I bet he would have signed up for that. But he didn't know that was the way that the NFL was going to go. So hey, I'll play baseball.
That's true.
I love baseball too.
That's true.
And
I just feel like he's getting a lot of flack for something that's not his fault.
He didn't do this.
Urban Meyer signed him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I know he's infatuated.
If you really
want to
yell at the clouds, go yell at Urban Meyer.
Go ahead.
For many things, by the way, not just this.
Yeah, he had some issues
Tim
at Ohio
Tebow,
State.
I don't know. Like, I'm not trying to be the ultimate defender of Tim Tebow, but he almost seems like he's never done anything wrong in his entire life. I mean, he seems like a very nice guy.
The guy has never
He seems to do a lot of charity. He seems to do a lot of nice things for a lot of people. So I don't understand. Just relax. Okay.
Have you seen?
It's okay. He's got a backup tight end spot on an NFL roster. We'll all live.
Pat McAfee went to the driving range with Tim Tebow. Did you see that?
I did not.
Okay. Well, there's a video. People who are listening might have seen it and know where I'm going with this. Tim Tebow just rips a driver shot.
I'm sure he can, yeah.
And Pat McAfee's behind him. And he's like, Jesus.
Yeah.
And then Tim Tebow goes, loves you.
Yeah.
I'm like,
that's great.
Tim.
Oh my God.
I will pay you $5,000 if you just say fuck.
I'm sure Pat loved that.
Yeah. And he just started laughing, just started dying of laughter.
He really ripped that shot.
Oh, it sounded great. Yeah. Sounded great.
He seems like that type of guy where he's just like a good athlete overall that probably is just good at every single sport.
Sure.
You can just pick it up and just be good at
it. If you have time, it's a pretty funny video.
Yeah.
That's my thing. I have nothing bad to say about Tim Tebow.
I just
no, and you used to.
I didn't used to. It's not that I was jealous of his success.
I just say this because we used to,
Yeah, it was Sam Bradford versus Florida.
We used to back toward, this was sophomore.
2008-9, the national championship.
Junior year of high school?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where we used to debate Bradford and Tebow.
Mm-hmm. Bradford was the number one overall pick.
Every day in the special Gen Chem class.
The special
for kids that didn't
for the dummies.
Yeah, for kids that didn't understand science.
I was in that class. I was in the class with you guys, but
I was in the fifth period one with Alex Asenzo on stage.
Oh, there you go. We had Cam Dollison when he walked in with those acid wash jeans in the LRG.
Yeah.
I remember walking. Who is this guy?
I remember walking because I had digital photography.
That's right.
Fifth period.
Yeah.
I remember walking into your class because Mr. Franklin was gonna I had first period with him. So
the man skipped class to go golf.
So I'd be like, I'm just going to go hang out Mr. Franklin's in fifth period. And I'd walk in. And the first day I walked in there, I see Stage and Alex. I'm like, God damn, Cameron, you lucky motherfucker.
And Cameron just goes.
I guess, they were.
Yeah, they were both in that class.
Had Olivia too, right?
Oh, yeah, probably. Yeah,
for sure.
That's just tough.
That's hard.
Anyways, yeah, so Tim Tebow, man, leave the guy alone. Let him be.
I don't get the hate. And if Kelvin doesn't get it, this guy, he came into camp overweight.
And I'm not hating on Kelvin, by the way.
No.
Good for Kelvin to get a shot.
Also a national champion.
I'm just saying, it's sort of similar to my head. And it's just if we're going to really give a bunch of shit to Tim Tebow, let's be fair and give a bunch of shit to Kelvin Benjamin.
Sure. I get that. Just equal...
just trying to be fair.
Equal hate, almost. Not equal hate, but equal judgment or critiques or just critical thoughts. Fair. Yeah, I'm with that.
Another bit of news. And I guess, you need a couple things this week. J. Cole dropped an album.
Oh, yeah.
A very hot album, I heard. I haven't heard it yet. I heard it short. I heard it short.
I heard a little bit of it. It's good. I like it. There's
12 tracks, 30 minutes? Total?
I remember.
Oh,
there's two producers from Seattle who have two different songs on
that.
that.
No shit.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Cool.
That's tight. Would you say...
I listened to Interlude. I listened to the most popular song.
Yeah, Interlude's good. There's a song that...
Good beats and shit. And obviously, the lyrics are going to be just top.
Lyrics are good.
I was talking with Huey and Zach about this today. Is just remarkable what he's doing, playing professional basketball
so as well as... By the way, that's what we were going to talk about here. We weren't actually going to talk about his album.
No, yeah, for sure.
He's playing professional basketball in Africa, by the way.
Exactly. Yeah. And Matt, do you think he's hands down top 3 right now in the music industry behind Drake and probably Kendrick Lamar?
For basketball?
For rap artists.
Okay.
I'd say overall because he's withstood the test of time.
Okay.
Yes.
No question, top 3? Who's your top 3?
Wait, top 3 of all time?
No. A lot, just people that are in the game right now.
Yeah, I'd say so, yeah.
Is Drake number 1?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it's close. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
It probably goes Drake, and then honestly, Kendrick, J. Cole.
Kendrick needs to drop an album. What's it been? 6 years? What's going on?
Well,
not 6 years.
They're all they're all about to. But Kendrick and J. Cole kind of always is a preference thing. People usually like both, But
Sure.
Usually they lean one way.
Oh,
more
between
than-
J. Cole and Kendrick?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but usually they have.
It's not like a beef, is
No.
it? Okay.
But they usually like J. Cole more, Kendrick more. But so it's like it's.
I think they're both stupendous.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah. I haven't heard it yet, but I've heard it. Yeah, he was talking about it. It's like 12 tracks. There's a couple like that are only $1.30, minute 30
Yeah.
seconds. So it's a quick album. He's like, I listened to it 4 or 5 times in like an hour. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
so looking forward to it. And he got his
He
first.
dropped it when he was in a scrimmage.
Yeah.
In Africa.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
That's God. That's
His
what
first stat line came out today. From
I saw it.
us,
I saw it.
I don't know. He didn't really put up much numbers, but like I don't know if he
Got a put back
yeah.
for his first bucket. A little
Yeah.
little rebound
I
on a
saw
fast
that.
break.
Yeah,
You saw
I
it?
saw that
And he
video.
sunk a technical free throw. 3 points.
interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. What's interesting to me about this whole thing is like, listen, I'm not like, I don't know much about J. Cole. I listen
Sure.
to his music every once in a while, but more common. But I think it's cool that he's doing this because it seems like it's more for like the love of the game, not just like not
No.
for him being like a celebrity. Like he actually went to like this
Like
little,
a cash grab or like
he
an
just went to
attention
this like
grab.
tiny little league
Clout
in Africa.
grab.
I mean, I don't know if
he's not. What he's getting paid to do there?
I don't know if it's tiny, but it's a smaller league in Africa
Sure.
where basketball is not like huge per se.
If he, yeah.
And he seems like he really just wants to play for the love of the game, and like I don't know, it just seems cool.
Do you know his backstory in basketball?
No, I know he's a really good basketball player, and
He gave up a D1 scholarship.
no, I know that he's like really.
Do we
good
know
at
what
basketball.
school that was? Because I
It
heard
was
that.
what was it? I read about
Saint
it.
And
Bonaventure?
I've seen him like play basketball, and I know that he's good.
If he would have threw down that dunk at that All-Star weekend, I guarantee you somebody would have looked at it, but he missed. But he was wearing a fucking heavy-ass hoodie, skinny jeans, and probably not Hooper shoes.
Yeah, he's
and
a tall
still
fucker. He's a basketball.
and he
guy.
still almost threw that. That was 2019 or
who are
2018.
the best?
I don't remember that.
Who are the best? So you asked best music wise earlier in the game. Who's
Yeah.
the best basketball rappers in the game right now?
Probably goes between the game, like the actual
Okay.
rapper.
That
The
guy
Game.
got buckets.
The game actually
I
had
get you.
2 Chainz gets buckets too.
2 Chainz played college ball.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Master P actually played in the NBA.
True.
Yeah, sure.
Percy Miller.
Yep. The Percy Miller. Yeah. Master P.
Dave East, I think, had a D1 scholarship but got kicked out.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of basketball rappers off the top, other than the ones we've already named.
Yeah.
And I think Dave East has some sort of connection to Kevin Durant. There's some sort of connection between
Really?
them. And
That's tight.
then J. Cole, because he also had college.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing.
He was actually a
no, for
scholarship.
sure.
I've seen him
You
play,
watch him.
yeah.
He's talented. No,
He's a
no
good
doubt about
athlete.
it. I just think it's incredible to be top 3 arguably at your craft right now. And then, oh, by the way, I'm playing. I don't care if it's fucking
That's what I'm saying. Like
boys and girls.
Yeah,
not boys and girls club, but I'm just saying
No, but yeah.
a smaller league. It's incredible. It's incredible to get that opportunity
It's
to play.
an NBA backed league, right?
Yeah.
It's like under the NBA
The
umbrella.
international. Yeah, I know.
It's like an international players program.
Yeah, the international players. Yeah, the IPPPPP.
It's a
Speaking
fairly
of
new league, right? Sorry.
No, you're fine. It
2-3
is
years ago?
I think it is a pretty new league. Yeah,
Yeah.
they've set up like kind of leagues throughout Africa and
It's pretty sick.
parts of Europe and
For
parts
sure.
of, like
Growing the game,
just
man.
other countries. Yeah.
Growing the game.
Okay.
More money for silver too.
Speaking
so.
of the rappers, Joe Budden. Something with Joe Budden. I don't know anything.
Educate us, comrade.
I don't know if our listeners are gonna, but I mean, it's huge podcast news
Yeah,
because these guys, Joe Budden podcast is number 2 or number 3 in the entire podcast world, second to Part of My Take and Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan Experience.
and they
Yeah.
cover music.
Well, they cover everything. They
cover
mainly,
everything.
Doesn't Budden just nonstop talk shit? Like he just says, "Fuck these new age rappers," pretty much.
He sometimes he
Nah.
likes new people
Okay,
too.
sorry.
But he does. He's
Happy
very
jumping the board
he's
there.
very old head ish.
Yeah.
But it's mostly music, and then they also just dive into like everything else.
Random, yeah, new current
I get
events,
you. I get you.
yeah,
I get you,
all
I
that
get you.
shit.
But it's mostly based on like music, like the
What's
emphasis
going on
is
in
based
music,
music.
yeah.
I get you. Okay.
And he recently fired like Rory and Mal, who were his co-hosts, and they were not with Joe Budden in the beginning when Joe Budden first started podcasting.
Academics, right?
No, academics.
That was hilarious, by the way. Sorry. I'm just looking at our group text after you told us to fire that
Okay,
up.
can you? Okay, sorry.
Academics and Joe Budden were on a YouTube TV show for like
Okay,
6
that's what I was
months.
thinking about.
But Budden had always had his podcast even before that.
Okay.
And he had different hosts, and then Rory and Mal were the ones who lasted the longest. They're like to 7 years.
Oh wow.
Gotcha.
And so they pretty much felt like they helped get the numbers bigger. Like before they got there, it was number 2 numbers, and then they got there, they helped. Anyways, so it came to like a question of ownership and all that stuff, and Budden pretty much fired him like, "This is my shit." And
Oh wow. Okay.
it's huge news because He says fuck big industries all the time. He used to have a Spotify deal. He was saying fuck Spotify while he was still signed to Spotify.
See, that's what I remember. No, I can remember him saying stuff like
And
that.
I did see a little. I researched just a tiny little bit, and then I was like, I'm gonna let Connor on tell me most of this.
Educate
But
me,
one thing
please.
I did see, and the names of those two co-hosts again,
Rory and Maul.
Rory and Maul.
What about Rory? Kind of looks like Huey, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, and I think I saw them, and I was
look like
watching a
brothers.
YouTube video of them talking.
Badass.
And Rory and Maul were talking about how they are paid based on percentages on the show. So like
Yeah.
they don't have like in their contract. It's not like a salaried like structure, like an hourly
I
structure.
make this per episode.
It's based off the percentages of the money that they're making per. So like
ad revenue.
they make 20% of that podcast revenue episode. You know, I don't know, something like that.
It's like a pie chart, and then they have their slices.
Yeah, I don't know. But I guess what happened was they were like, one day they were like, hey, can we take a look at the numbers, see what's going on, make sure that we're making the right amount of money based off the percentages, and they didn't allow them to see it. And they were like, well, fuck that. If you're not going to allow us to see it, then how can we trust you?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I would
So
think the
turn to
same
that.
way. Fuck
The
that.
only reason I guess that they brought that up because people were like comparing it, saying like, well, LeBron James isn't asked to see the Lakers. But it's like, well, LeBron James is not a percentage based employee. Like he's not based.
Signed a contract for
He doesn't get like exactly what is Maul the black guy, or is Maul was saying, LeBron doesn't give a fuck what the Lakers make during the season. He's getting paid no matter what. But I give a fuck what we're making because I get paid based on that.
Sure.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
So I mean, if they're not going to share the numbers, then I mean, honestly, I feel like you could sue those people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Sounds like
I
definitely.
feel like lawyers might be involved at some point.
Well, Joe Budden threatened to sue them if they started a podcast, which they literally dropped their first one together.
and that's
yesterday.
maybe what I saw.
And,
Oh, shit.
And the other thing is, I agree that they should be able to see the numbers. And Joe Budden should just be completely open when it comes to that if he wants.
Again, I'm not really this far depth in this, so yeah, I might be
But
wrong.
if it comes down to business, I mean, Rory and Maul should have addressed that from day one.
Yeah, I
they
don't
should have
know.
been like,
Who
I need
knows?
to have access. Like before we even get this going to wherever it's going, I need to make sure I have access to the numbers to make sure I'm getting paid on them. So just get out in the open in the beginning.
For sure.
Because
No, I get
instead
you.
of waiting 7 years to do it.
No, I get you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't really know much about it, but like you said, I do know that it's a big podcast news, like big industry podcast news, and
For sure.
I don't know
mean-
much about it. Is Joe Budden like still doing a show? Did he hire a new co-host?
He
That's
has
what I
a
was about
couple
to
new
ask.
co-hosts. The new co-hosts are cool. I like even Rory Moss. I got nothing against him. Like I don't know who these guys are, but the thing is like Joe Budden. I don't even look at Joe Budden like a rapper. I look at him like a
He's a media.
a host.
Sure.
And I'd say the best
Charlemagne.
Charlemagne, Academics, and
Yeah,
Joe
yeah,
Budden. The
yeah.
best like hip hop personalities right now. They don't give a fuck. They
Yeah.
say
Period.
they don't care if you don't like. They could
Well,
be sitting around.
that's the thing I remember about Joe Budden is trying to fight the Migos
Right. Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
red carpet.
Yeah.
like that was about to go down.
Like 3-on-1,
and his
like Offset, all them guys, all together?
And Budden was ready to go.
Yeah.
And his co-hosts were like, "Oh shit, this is about to
That was
happen."
Academics and
Yeah, and
the
the
Deska.
girl, who's
Yeah.
by the way very attractive.
Yeah, she's hot.
She's a rocket. Yeah.
Deska, yeah.
Yeah. But I remember that happening. I remember being like, "Oh shit."
I do
Because
remember
the
that now.
Migos were like just being too cool to respond.
No, I remember that.
And then
I
Joe
remember
Budden
that.
was like, wrap it up, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Joe Budden was not giving any fucks.
For sure. For sure.
Is that it for? You think that's it
For Joey B.
It's just big for the podcast world because Budden will probably still be fine, but I'm just kind of curious what
will happen?
Yeah, well,
that's what I was about to ask at the end.
Well, one thing I'm looking forward to, and I know it's going to happen, is that when him and Academics had their show on Everyday Struggle, when they did that whole interview with Migos, that was only for like 6 or 7, 8 months, but it was the best ratings they ever had for a show.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So Joe Budden and Academics always behind the scenes, even when Joe left, they talk about starting a show, some sort of, maybe I don't know if it's a podcast, but definitely a show.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Where they
I get you.
debate stuff on camera, and they could pitch it to Revolt, which is Diddy's thing. They could pitch it to Tidal. They could probably, I don't think they're gonna do Spotify because Joe Budden ruined that. But and make
Title's Jay-Z, right? Or not?
yeah. But he actually just sold his shares for like 300 some million. I can't remember. Yeah.
Damn. That's incredible.
Lots
Wow.
of money involved.
Lots
Lots of feelings, money, lots of things involved. It's gonna be.
Yeah.
It's gonna be. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
We'll keep you guys updated with that.
I know this is a sports podcast, but
No, but
that was
the next topic is not gonna be sports either.
we had another one.
We have got a couple more.
We got a couple
We
more.
got a couple more.
Is my next one my favorite one?
I think so.
All right.
You brought this one up.
Yeah, I
did. Another end to a
era,
I guess. Ellen DeGeneres
Yeah.
show got canceled.
Hasta la vista.
These two brought this up in the group text, by the way. And I just want to say one thing before you go into it. I just want to say one thing before you go into your thing.
Go ahead.
I mean, she figuratively got canceled like a year ago.
Yeah.
And now she's literally canceled. I just find that funny.
She got exposed.
Yeah.
I find that funny.
Yeah. Here's the deal with Ellen for me.
I grew up watching Ellen with my mom, by the way.
Okay. Never been a fan, really.
Me neither.
I love her Christmas episodes, get stuff for the fans and all that stuff, but just the multiple interviews that she's had with people and she makes them feel super uncomfortable. I'm talking about Dakota Johnson. I'm talking about Mariah Carey with her pregnancy problems and other things that she's done. And she's very pressing. And I know she's in it for the ratings and stuff. And you just have to say certain things. And then this toxic work environment is not new. Okay. This stuff has been in the works for 10 years. People have complained about this shit, whether it's on Reddit, whether it's on other platforms. She has been buried multiple times, and then she just gets hushed. She hushes shit up with probably cash, shutting people up. It's like, hey, fucking stop.
Or threatening to sue.
Exactly, threatening to sue, and now more and people are saying certain shit.
When you think of Ellen DeGeneres, you just think of happy shows.
Exactly, yeah, everyone's having a great time. And
the image you're trying to
how
sell.
tone deaf is she, man?
She kind of seems like a really bad fake knockoff Conan O'Brien to me.
Oh, that's
like
tough.
Female
and
version.
I love Conan O'Brien.
And you love Conan.
I love Conan.
He's my.
I love Conan O'Brien too.
Show host.
She just seems like she just tries to like be him, and it just doesn't work.
She's just the ultimate narcissist, in my opinion. With this toxic work environment stuff that comes out, and she goes, well, I don't know. I mean, all of our celebrity guests have a good time, and our ratings do well. All that shit. How fucking tone deaf are you when you have a 255 employees under your watch?
The ratings were not doing well.
No, they weren't. They're in the shitter, Ellen. What the fuck are you saying?
Down.
What are you doing? 50% drop
He got canceled
from 2.6 million down to like 1.3.
She was like a daytime show, right?
Yeah, she's from 2 to 3.
She wasn't like the late night host. She
No.
was like
She was like the Oprah.
She's like
time.
Rosie
Exactly.
O'Donnell, Oprah,
Mid-afternoon
stuff like that.
before
Yeah,
the
no, I
big,
get
the
you.
Lettermans and the Lenos would come on. Yeah,
She was for the house moms. That's
Yeah.
what my mom watched her.
exactly. And I come home from work. I'm home around 2:45, 3 o'clock, and I click on it, and Kylie watches Channel 5 News. So when I turn on the TV, that channel's on, and
See, I remember getting home in high school, my mom having it on.
there you go. See,
That's
and
what
you
I
wait, and you
remember,
come home, and I see it, and I'm like, oh my! I'm like, you're not getting my rating.
Yeah.
See you later. I don't like you. I've never
I
really
would
liked
never
you
really
because
watch it, yeah.
I didn't have a problem with her until all of these skeletons came out of this closet. These people with not big platforms started to say shit about her and how freaking inconsiderate she is, how rude she is, how narcissistic she is.
Yeah.
How do you continue to support somebody with all of these? Like, these guys aren't fucking just making this up for.
I think it's because she puts on such like a positive
Yeah.
vibe on her show.
What
and
she's-
so like
yeah,
you know
the-
like
the- what
she
she's
just
done
kinda
for the-
spins it.
yeah,
to
the
where
ana-
she's like this like perfect like happy go lucky
For sure.
Charitable.
Yeah.
Exactly. She's done a lot of things for the animals in Africa. I understand she has her
stuff
own.
like that.
Yeah.
and I don't know.
And it's-
I get that she is funny sometimes. She is funny sometimes.
question.
Every once in a while, she is funny.
Yeah.
But and she was an actress at one point too.
Yeah, she
had a
was.
She was in
sitcom.
some movies.
She had a sitcom.
Yeah.
And big TV show. So yeah, but like you said, she just kind of sounds like she wasn't very nice.
Yeah. Just a mean.
And she paid for it.
Yeah. Paid dearly for it. And now she's saying that it's not a challenge anymore? What the fuck?
I
What are
think
you
that's-
saying?
I think that's kind of bullshit. I
What
think
the
she's
hell?
just kind of-
Like, your PR person's
it's
going,
kind
yeah,
of-
sure, go ahead,
you know
say
what?
that.
I wasn't going to even bring up this topic, but let's just spin into this really quickly. It's kind of like Bob Baffert with his horse.
Oh, fuck.
So I don't know if you guys heard about this.
I did.
Medina Spirit won the Kentucky Derby about a week and a half
So
ago.
Huey doesn't get his money. I'm sorry.
No, he does.
Okay, he gets it?
Yeah.
Okay. Because they didn't strip
This
him from
happened.
it.
This happened a couple years ago in Cle Elum. Remember when Chad and I won all that money, and the horse ended up actually they got reversed the
Yeah,
decision.
yeah.
but didn't matter. We
We were skipping rocks, man.
We
And you're
already
like,
got-
we
yeah.
just won. Dinner's
Yeah.
on us.
Yeah, we already had gotten paid, so it didn't matter.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, it didn't
Okay,
matter.
yeah,
Like,
okay,
and so
okay.
and Huey already gotten paid, so it didn't matter. But anyways, this horse named Medina Spirit won the Kentucky Derby. A couple of days later, it was revealed that he didn't pass, like he failed some drug test or something. This horse failed a drug test. Meanwhile, the owner of this horse was like this legendary trainer who's like trained so many winners of the Derby, the Preakness, all these big horse races. He's also had a bunch of horses that have been
Caught.
like in the previous times.
Right.
But he's also coming out now and saying like this horse is being like canceled and like
Cancel
giving-
culture?
Yeah, giving
Can
all
you
these,
cancel
yeah,
a
giving
horse?
all these crazy excuses for the horse. And so I just found that funny.
I thought Big Cat.
It's just kind of a big news this week, by the way.
No
And
doubt.
he ended up, by the way, racing in the Preakness. This horse.
Oh, really?
And I guess so what ended up happening was Bob Baffert said that like one of like one of the
was suffering from a cold.
One of the stable boys.
Yeah, suffering from a cold.
Coughed on like the hay or something like that.
No, what I heard is that he was having like Dayquil or NyQuil, like liquid stuff, and he pissed on the hay.
Or coughed or something like that.
And coughed something like that, and then the horse ate that, and that's what's going to cause that. Then you hear it's some type of like a lotion that could have been rubbed on that's like, and I'm just like.
And I will say,
brother, what are you saying?
I think the media kind of like, went with it.
Sure.
And I did listen to part of my take on Wednesday or Friday.
All-time tweet by Big Cat. Why is everybody blaming Bob Baffert when the horse is the one who took the drugs?
But they had like this guy named Randy Moss, not the actual Randy Moss.
Oh, I know you're talking about the
Randy
NFL.
Moss. Well, Randy Moss is like a horse racing guy.
Oh, okay.
It's funny that his name is Randy Moss, but he's a horse racing expert. And he was actually saying that like it's such trace amounts that it wasn't that big of a deal in this horse, and it shouldn't have been that big of a deal. It's just the previous stuff.
Sure.
But anyways, that was just kind of a bigger story.
No, absolutely, yeah. How much did Medina win by? Was it like by seconds or was it like close?
In the first one, in the Derby. In the Derby, he won pretty handily, I think.
Oh, okay.
Which, by the way, he didn't win the Preakness. He was allowed to race yesterday in the Preakness, which is like the second biggest horse race. And he didn't win.
Oh, okay.
So,
Gotcha.
Someone else, Rombacher, won or something like that. So.
Big horse racing guys over here. we just know a lot.
Horse racing guys. One more topic. Sorry, just
Go
one
ahead.
more topic. And you're wearing his shirt today.
Oh.
And shout out to Kobe Bryant of course, R.I.P. He made the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
But I really want to give a shout out to Vanessa Bryant, honestly.
Oh, unbelievable.
Yeah,
unbelievable
honestly,
grace.
that speech last night was
moving.
Awesome. Strength, unity, like everything. Just to see her on the stage and not break down was just awesome. So great speech. That was awesome.
Yeah. I was cool. I love what Duncan was. I watched it this morning. His speech to Popovich was very, very moving.
Yeah, for sure.
It's so cool to see these athletes that we don't look at as people. We look at them as like icons and like heroes and stuff like that. And just seeing them act like normal people and have normal types of feelings is like awesome to see. And I have so much respect for Tim Duncan as a person, as a player,
Tim Duncan's
all
the
that
best.
shit. And listening, it's like a son talking to his dad almost. And
for sure.
And I'm like, man, that's an all-time moment. He had nothing but great things to say
Tim
about
Duncan's, him. I mean, like I want to talk about Vanessa Bryant, but Tim Duncan is a special player, but also like person. Like, you
no
can just
doubt.
tell, like he's just different.
Yeah.
And, like he had such a good career, and he doesn't get all the hype for it because he's just so quiet.
Yeah.
And like almost so friendly.
Yeah.
And like so like just innocent. Like nobody really actually thinks about Tim Duncan very much.
Sure.
He doesn't really come out very much.
Sure.
But you also forget that he averaged like 25 and like 12 for his career.
And almost like, I'm going to say single-handed, but he just changed the way that the 4-5 plays, the power forward center
he was that
combo.
New big Euro center.
Yeah. And I'm like, man, this out of Wake Forest, and obviously pair him with David Robinson in those early 2000s, and even in the late 90s.
Just Hanu in there and Tony Parker. And
Tony Parker could have been a Sonic. Fucking stupid.
I feel
stupid
like
draft.
The San Antonio Spurs kind of fell into that, like, well, they're always going to be, in
the fact that they won, 60 games plus for like, 13 years, 14 years. That's fucking remarkable.
You forget about that.
Yeah.
Because they're not the Lakers or the Celtics.
Right, exactly. Not a bigger market, but man,
they just didn't have very big superstars either.
Yeah. Just had 3 tremendous players. Yeah. Tremendous.
But Ginobili was a superstar. And Tony Parker.
Well, I think, and Tim Duncan was a super. I think they were all superstars in their own right, but they were not Kobe. They were not LeBron. They were not even Kevin Garnett.
It's more of like just Popovich as a coach, bro. It's just like incredible. I'm not saying these guys aren't talented. Like I know Manu's talented. I know Tony Parker's talented, and Tim Duncan. Oh, he was like the 5th overall pick. I don't remember what he was, but he had talent on his team, and dude, he maximized it with also nobodies on his roster and aging superstars and stuff like that. So. Remarkable
USA coaching roster.
Yeah.
Because he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, no doubt.
Is Mark Few on the coaching roster for USA?
Fuck, I hope.
I feel like he's pretty close, at least.
Should be. With Coach K and stuff?
He honestly kind of reminds me of what Pop has been doing with the international players.
Yeah.
Plugging and playing.
That's another thing with Popovich. Just what we were talking about international stuff earlier.
Parker from France, Manu from Argentina.
Yeah. Dude.
Tim Duncan wasn't even from the U.S. He was from the Virgin Islands originally. So I didn't know he played at Wake Forest, but still.
It was so cool
and he also signed plenty more.
Yeah, that's what was cool about. Sorry, really quick about his home in the Virgin Islands. That's where Popovich flew to when he was drafted. And he's like, and I thought that was a normal thing to do for a coach to do that. And it turns out it's not.
No.
It's not an everyday thing that somebody does that.
You want to connect with his culture, his family, and everything like that.
That's when you know you've got
And Tim Duncan,
part of America.
I think they're considered part of America.
It's like,
but
Like they speak English there. And
they do. But I mean, it's a pretty different culture. Like it's
a little bit different than our
Caribbean. It's got some Caribbean country flair to it, I think.
Sure.
And I think Tim Duncan really sticks with that. You know, he goes back there a lot. He does
his look is all time right now. He does
a lot of charitable work for that country. So I think Popovich knew how important it was.
Yeah.
And want to go visit in his home.
Yeah, I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
As a coach to do that.
I first found that out when the game Ballers.
Hell yeah.
And like you get to
with
see
Stefan or with Marbury on the front.
On the cover.
Fuck, he was so impossible to beat. Yeah. Impossible. You needed cheat codes.
I don't think I ever beat that game.
Needed cheat codes.
Yeah.
Walking bucket.
They had Tim Duncan's home, like you could see his home. You could buy his home in virtually
You're right.
his mansion.
Wow. NBA Ballers, the game that I thought was going to be like, yeah, you're right. It was like NBA Street, but you could like buy houses and shit. Yeah. God, that was cool. And I just remember Marbury being impossible. I'm like, just because you're the cover boy, you can't guard this guy. Guy's shooting threes, making everything. God. Even though Marbury's unbelievable. He was a great player.
Yeah, so I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Vanessa Bryant.
Yeah,
but also
that was
Duncan.
awesome.
But also Tim Duncan.
Yeah, the whole class of 21. It was a very awesome class. Very awesome class.
Anything else you guys want to talk about, or should we just say goodbye to our
loyal listeners?
Yeah.
I think that's it.
No, that'll do it, man. That does it for me.
Yeah.
Don't forget, guys. Sorry, I say this at the end of every single podcast.
But you guys should do it.
To.
But I'll stop doing it once you guys start doing it. Like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. Please leave us some reviews, even if you don't like us. It just helps us. Actually, don't leave 1-star reviews. Please don't. Unless you're Chad. Go for it, Chad.
And if you do leave a 1-star review, tell us what we did wrong.
Not only that, or make it funny. If you're gonna talk shit, go for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, just leave those. It helps us, get on certain lists and attract more people. So really appreciate it if you did.
Yep.
If you are listening to us, whether it's your first time or your 11th time, appreciate it. And
or like the 30th time with all the old episodes too.
Very true.
Old listener.
If you're a Whose Take Is It Anyways fan, absolutely.
An OG listener.
Yeah. So appreciate it, guys. We'll see you next week.
Sounds good.
Peace.
Later, guys.